Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. I'm one half of the Dungeon Swag team, and this is the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we are on the entry Goblin. The Goblin, Booglin, Gob, whatever you call them, that's where we're at. And I have this nifty little Dungeon Swag Goblin here that I've put on a base, and we're going to get some white paint and see if he has any detail. On these smaller ones, I am surprised that he still manages to find ways to make them intricate. So I'm going to get a dab of that. This guy's got one of his eyes is missing. Get a little bit more white. All right. So he's got a torn up shirt and a bandana covering one of his eyes. Pretty good. Better than a Caesar Goblin. I shouldn't talk shit on Caesar Goblins. For a long time, that's all I had. Alright, so we're going to start out. I don't know what color I want to use on him. I kind of want to do him like this bone collar. This pallid bone, but I don't know how that would look. Yeah, you know what? I'm not feeling brave about that. Let's do the malignant green. We'll do the malignant green. And I don't know, maybe I'm just going to add a tab of this prismatic bolt, which is like a teal. Let's see what kind of color we can come up with. Well, if anybody's interested in my dreams, I have a dream. For years, I have wanted to buy a nice chunk of land outside town and build a little hobbit village in like a U shape for my friends and family. And I think next year, depending on how the housing market looks, if it gets worse, I'm going to hold off and hope it gets better. But if it gets a little better than it is, we're going to try to purchase a chunk of land for it. Okay, this guy's apparently got gloves on, which I did not notice initially. So we'd like to build hobbit holes and get some geothermal heating, which is essentially they drill a hole in the ground and they take air timbers from below to heat and cool your house. And you use fans to, well, those are just gauntlet things like wrist guards. His hands are actually not gloved. So anyways, they drill a hole and then you use fans to bring cool or warm air up to keep your house at a constant temperature at about 68 degrees, 69 degrees. And then, depending on the time of the year, you can supplement that with a heater or whatever. So that is my intent, is to get some solar panels and a geothermal heating and build a hobbit town for my friends and I to live in. And some of my friends have already committed to buying one of the hobbit holes or contributing in whatever ways to make it work. So this is not like a by myself thing. This is something I've been talking about for a long time. Having like an awesome D&D, like I have a nice D&D room now. I can't complain. It's very nice. And I worked really hard to get it. But yeah, having a D&D room, like with there's rolling bookshelf ladders, and I mean, I really just I have dreams, man. I have ideas of what I want, and it's not going to work for some people. For example, Ascorbic lives really far away, up near Philly, so for him it's not going to be a reality. But for other people, it could be, and I'm excited. I really like this sculpt. I'm getting hard leather. Just a dibby-dibby-doo. That's my dream. I've been thinking about it since I was, well, honestly, when I was still in the Army in my 20s, it was something that I wanted to do. And a lot of my buddies in the Army that played D&D with me and stuff, it was like a thing that could never happen. We never thought there'd be money for anything like that. And right now, there's still not quite money for anything like that, but we're heading in the right direction. And it's important to have dreams and aspirations and things you want, because that's how you keep yourself motivated to work. Like when I'm bored out and I don't feel like working hard, or when I've already got 40-something hours in and I'm like, I could take a break. I don't, because I have my dream, and I know it's going to cost money and it's going to take time. And the older I get, the less I'll have to enjoy it. But I'll have a hobbit hole for the boys, for all 4 of the boys. We each have their own hobbit hole there, is my plan. So if they want to live there, they have a house waiting for them. And these aren't going to be scrubby hobbit holes either. These are going to be, with modern amenities and stuff. The decor is going to make them look like traditional Tolkien style. But as far as the technology and everything, it's going to be, modern. Man, do I love this Goblin. He's starting to look okay. Goblins are always kind of a fast paint for me. I just don't feel like they're something that requires an enormous amount of time and effort to make look good. Tiny models paint fast. You saw how fast we painted that gnome. She had some serious detail too. All right, for those shoulder straps, I'm going to need to get a smaller brush. And it's a miracle that Mrs. Doom bought me the super ultra insane detail cray brush. which will serve nicely for that. We can use that super fine detailed cray insano detail brush for some of this other stuff too. This is Pallid Bone, and I'm going to use this for the fabric of his headband in conjunction with the ultra fine detail Captain Insano detail brush. And funny enough, this isn't even one of my more expensive brushes. This was like $8, and what an investment. I mean, this thing is just a champ. All right, we're going to set this off to the side so it doesn't get cooked. We're going to use a +2 hotter gun to burn them real quick. We're going to do that little rope on this belt with that same Pallid Bone. Now we have to do his club. Let's swatch back to the other brush. We'll get this dark wood for that. Now this brush is, or this Goblin is tiny. Here's a, you know, well, he's not tiny, he's Goblin size, but he's size small. All right, we're going to have to do something here. I missed the back of his hand where he's holding this. All I'm doing is picking up some spots that I feel like could be a little greener for personal preference reasons. And we're going to skip to his base now, and then we'll come back for some of the other stuff. So, these guys are predominantly cave dwellers. So we're going to get some pavement. And do the base in that. We're going to get a medium gray. We're going to get a +2 auto gunner burning, dry him up. We're going to get a metallic to put some studs on that club. We're going to deal with his eyeball. We might have to do something about his teeth. I think his teeth will be okay though. They're already whitish. This is a light gray, and I'm just using this. To lighten up that base some. Make it a little more interesting. That's all I'm doing. Alright, so for his eye, I'm getting off-white. This off-white's called Mummy Robes. You can use whatever colors you have, just like everything else. If you paint his eye a little too big, just hit it with the hot air gun. And clean up where you messed up with a little bit of green. I'm just getting his little eye, see that? Off-white with a dab of red. You can do whatever color you want for your goblin eyes. You can make them green or blue or black or brown or whatever you want. I just use mine with, I've always done the red dot, I think, mostly. So, I'm getting this gunmetal. I'm just getting a tiny dab of that. I'm just hitting these little spikes on his club lightly. Very, very lightly. I can't see him real well either. I'm not even going to do the inside ones or the bottom ones. I'm just going to hit those couple there. Lost my little cap for my Captain Insano brush. Alright. So, what I'd like to do is lighten up his bandage a little bit on his face. So to do that, I'm going to get this skeleton bone color here. And my starter brush. I'm going to wipe a lot of that off. That's what I wanted. Something like that. All right. I'm pretty happy with him. I hope you guys are happy with him. There are some little details we didn't get. There's a couple little bits on his belt part there and little, well, all right. Let's try it. Get the Captain Insano brush out. Get those little buttons. I don't know if I can even hit these. I can, but it's hard and I can't see well. That's all I'm going to get. Because I'm not going to mess up any of the work I did. And I think that the ones I can see are prominent enough that they'll stick out. That's another thing when you're painting minis lazy like I do, guys. I don't take risks unnecessarily. I try to make smart choices to where I don't mess up my work. But he's not a bad looking little goblin. If you like goblins, if you like these minis, that's what we sell, man. We sell these minis. The last 3 minis I did were all paint jobs because they're minis that we sell. And it's hard for me to justify making minis from scratch when I know I'm not definitely going to... I mean, for how cheap these are, look, dude, you get a box of 6, 7, or 8 minis for $17. That includes shipping. You can't beat it. It's cheaper than Nolzers or WizKids or whatever. Reaper. It's cheaper than pretty much everything. They usually fall somewhere around $2 something a mini. Even if you're getting a 2-pack of really crappy quality miniatures from Nolzers for $5, this is a better deal. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to make them from scratch. Plus, how am I going to make a goblin from scratch anyways? Well, not a good looking one anyways. So anyways, that's my goblin. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification bell icon if you could. And come to the website, see our minis. There's a discount code to get a free one. No expense to you, no shipping or anything. There's a discount code to get 25% off your first month of our Loot Crate, which is, like I said, the 6, 7, or 8 minis that come in a box. The goblins would probably be 9 or 10. Yeah, come to the Discord, paint with us, hang out with us, play video games with us. I play tons of survival games. 7 Days, Minecraft, Enshrouded. I can't even think, just so many. So if you're into playing games, come hang out with us. I'm off today because I have COVID. I won't give it to you through the internet, I promise. Thanks for watching.